Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Welcome along to the channel, everybody. And before I get going, thank you for all the views and the new subscribers. Hello to you if you're new subscribers, if you're a new subscriber to the channel. But thank you for everybody who's watched my video I did yesterday about the Luton game. Obviously got a lot better numbers than usually I get of recent times anyway. So thank you for that. Obviously we're all a little bit frustrated. Obviously it's only a day after the Luton draw, and obviously we've got a game quick coming up against Middlesbrough at the Riverside on Tuesday the 8th of April, and this is what I'm looking at today in this video. First and foremost, obviously primarily, but first and foremost, obviously, we are still obviously a lot of people still disgruntled and disenchanted, disappointed from the recent Leeds United results. Obviously, only one win in 6 games now, and the patience seems to be lost with Daniel Farke, and I definitely, like I said in my video yesterday, have lost patience completely with him. I, to be honest, didn't think it was a good decision to go with Daniel for this season anyway, but that's just me. I've been banging the drum quietly, obviously at times, for him to leave his post, but obviously he's still in charge. And, I imagine, unless we're not promoted, I imagine he'll probably stay in charge, regardless. But fans are not happy. Let me know in the comments down below if you are, how frustrated you still are over the current Leeds United results and performances. It's not just the results, is it? It's the performances as well that have been extremely disappointing. But anyway, let's go into the previewing the Middlesbrough game. I'm not going to say too much on Leeds, obviously, because I haven't really heard much from Farke. I don't know if he'll speak a little bit on it tomorrow. Not that I will listen to him anyway, but there you go. So yeah, it's probably pretty much similar, isn't it? I think Pascal Struijk actually has picked up an injury. Joe Rothwell, we heard from Farke after the game yesterday that he is out for the next 4 or 5 games. So he's not going to feature. Pascal will probably be out as well, which you would probably thought would see another reprise of the centre back partnership of Joe Rodon and Ethan Ampadu. The Welsh connection will be reunited in the centre back pairing, the heart of the Leeds United defence. So that's probably all you can go off really. But going in, obviously, the opponents on Tuesday evening and Middlesbrough. Now, Middlesbrough have had a little bit of an upturn in form, it has to be said, over recent times. If you have a look at the last 5, Michael Carrick has his men in decent form. They're sitting in 5th position in the league table. Crazy that we're only 2 points, 2 places ahead of them, but we are 22 points ahead of them, which is unbelievable, really, when you think there's only 2 places in the table between them. We're 3rd, they're 5th. Riverside has become a little bit of a fortress over the last few for Middlesbrough. It's going to be a difficult game, this, given the form of Leeds United and given the form of Middlesbrough, who have only 1 defeat in the last 5. Won 3 of those games and drawn the other. The other one was a 0-0 draw away at Luton Town, incidentally. So there you go. But yeah, the other 3 were wins, including Friday night where they beat Blackburn. They went to Blackburn, Ewood Park, and beat Blackburn 2-0. So they'll be high on confidence coming off a win. So yeah, it's going to be a really difficult game, this. It's going to be a really difficult game. They've got players in the side that can score goals. You look at Azaz, Conway's got a few. Bergzorg on his day can get 1 or 2. Ian Nacho, who's on loan from Leicester. They've got the guy, the lad Ilan Jr. on loan from Juventus, isn't he? So I know he scored on Friday. It's probably his first goal. But again, they've got a lot of attacking prowess. And they're amongst the top scorers in the division. Obviously, we're the top scorers. We've got 79 goals, but they're third top scorers in the whole division, just behind Norwich City who've got 62 goals. Middlesbrough have scored 61 goals. So yeah, they're in a real. They've got goals in the team. It's a difficult game this for Leeds United. And given the form, we just need a big performance. We need a big performance. We need to right some wrongs from the recent run, and I would like to see. I know a lot of people would, but I'd love to see Ramazani get minutes. I'd love to see Ramazani start. To be quite honest, I think DJ and Manor Solomon both need a little bit of a rest. If I'm being completely honest, but he'll do what he sees fit and probably won't he'll just talk rubbish afterwards, give whatever the scoreline is. But hopefully Leeds can arrest this little bit of bad form we're on. Obviously we look at the last 5 games. Leeds lost 1, drawn 3 and won 1, so only 6 points accrued from those. Like I said, Middlesbrough, they have 10 points from the last 5, so they're in better form than us. Given the Riverside they're looking at to get their 4th straight home defeat. Haven't been beaten at home since the 15th of February, which was a 1-0 defeat to Watford. So yeah, look, they're on form. Decent form. They'll be up for it. And Middlesbrough, they don't like Leeds, do they? So they'll see it as a good opportunity now, with given the form that we're in, to further strengthen their playoff push, and dampen our automatic hopes. Who knows? We might even meet Middlesbrough in the playoffs. Who knows what happens? 6 games to go. We really need to push on now and hope, make sure that we don't fall any further behind the top 2. It's currently just a point behind. It's doable. It's rescuable, but we need to be really on it now at Middlesbrough on Tuesday and get the job done. It's a full fixture list, isn't it, on Tuesday, and I think there's a couple of games on Wednesday, isn't there? So it's a full list, so everybody plays. So yeah, it's a chance for Leeds. Let me know how you're feeling about it in the comments there below. Thank you very much for watching. Any Borough fans as well, how are you fancying your chances of the playoffs? And like I said, you don't really like Leeds, do you? So I'm sure you'll be looking at it as an opportunity to finally beat Leeds. I think our form is actually quite good against Borough generally. I didn't look at the form over the last few at the Riverside. Obviously, this was a humdinger of a match last season. Not long before a year since this game, 22nd of April or around that time, Leeds beat Middlesbrough 4-3 at the Riverside. It was a backward and forward game. Both games with Borough were last season. We beat them 3-2 at Ellen Road, then we beat them 4-3 at the Riverside. Obviously, earlier on in the season, December, it was actually the last game I went to. Mid-December, Leeds beat Borough 3-1. Goals from Willie Nonto, Dan James, and Aronson, I think it was, wasn't it? In the end, Aronson got the last one, I think. They drew level, didn't they? And I must admit, the fans that evening were raucous, very, very loud. Travelling numbers to Leeds, which was good to see them quieting down eventually, wasn't it? But let's wait and see. It's a completely different landscape to the game on Tuesday. But hopefully Leeds come out with a win. Like I said, let me know in the comments there below how you're feeling about this one. And like I said, any Borough fans as well, everybody's welcome on my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.